The time now is 5 minutes, and we just had the news by Larry. They were so interesting.
Hey.
There are some things I wanna
You wanna
unpack.
yes,
Because
it's part of the topic
part of the
today.
topic. It's relevant, girl. And yes, so yeah, in case you're wondering what it is we're talking about here, right here in studio, we are discussing men being protection and not oppression. What's your take about abuse? How does it come about? Let's discuss.
You know what? I'm sorry to do this. I just want to send a shout out before we get into our topic.
Okay.
Hi, Chris. He's listening on air right now. He's all the way from UK.
We're international.
Special shout out to you, Chris. So we're gonna get many more of your friends to listen in and tune in and start hearing their African sisters here on the Pamoja show.
Yes.
By the way, Pamoja means togetherness in Swahili.
Yes, togetherness in Swahili.
So guys, let's go to our messages. I think we
yeah.
have too many messages.
We have messages in abundance. Who's gonna read theirs first?
Julia, you can go first because I'm okay. I've got mine. Miboni here says, 1, ego and peer pressure, to need to control someone, to friends, plus society do it and condones it. And then 2, religion and culture, to oppressive, the Bible. Okay, no, I'm reading that wrong. Apartheid issues, as Julia mentioned, and then legacy from fathers, and then abused men. Obviously, like that's when you're a man and you're being abused, you just feel like, listen, retaliate, fight back. Yeah.
Hi, my Bonnie.
Hi,
Thank you
moi,
so much
moi.
for
Hi, my
the
Bonnie.
message. Totally agree.
Yeah. See if you can read.
Okay, so I've got a message here by Tiwa Anzania. Hi,
Hi,
Tiwa.
Hi, T. Hi,
It's a very
Tiwa.
long one, Tiwa. I'm going to read it, all of it, and I hope I can get your message across. So she says, or he.
It's a he.
Hi, sorry, T. He says that, as they say, everything happens for a reason. And I am glad that the Babes and Mampintsha incident took place. It had triggered a very sensitive yet interesting debate. Hopefully, it will bring about a solution. Perhaps we need to start defining what abuse is and its different forms. However, my view will be that abuse is systematically a psychological reaction or state. It can be triggered by either social or economical issues. Again, we need to understand that as human beings, we have what we call feelings and emotions. So he in brackets he's put feelings with feel and emotions spiritual. Example: when I pinch you and you feel pain, that's feelings. It's a feeling that you're feeling. Yeah. But when I pinch you and you decide to cry, your feelings have turned into emotions.
Yeah.
So let's agree that abuse is not selective. Yes. Both men and women get abused. Now, referring to the video of Babes swearing Mampintsha and calling him names, that is emotional abuse. And him beating her, that is physical abuse. So, wow, T, thanks for screening us here. And then sexuality, he moves on and guys, T went all out, hey? Wow. He put paragraphs, he put subheadings, we're listening, T. Then with regard to sexuality, he says, remember I said abuse is a psychological state. Yes. Now imagine you love this guy but can't satisfy you in bed. What do? You start getting frustrated, right? And when you get frustrated, it hits your emotions. Maybe you will react by calling him names or etc. Feeling less of a man is one state of mind a man doesn't want to get to.
Can we pause?
Yes.
I just want to add something because I know T is gonna go all
T is
the
going
way.
all the way.
So with regards to what T has mentioned so far, I feel that communication is also a big deal. You know, we need to talk. But now I can also twist it and say, I communicate, but in me communicating, I get a slap. Where's the communication in that? Because yes, I'm communicating, I'm doing my part of the end to fix a problem, but I'm now gonna get a physical altercation from in me being expected to communicate. I'm just adding a twist to that. But yeah, we can continue with what T just said. Okay. It was just an ad.
I also just want to quickly add on to what T, the aspect that he's wrote in, where he says that Babes said so Babes was emotionally
Yes.
abusing Mampinja.
Oh yeah, let's just
We don't know-
explain. Sorry to cut you in.
Yes.
Just explain who Mampinja
and
is, who Babes is.
Yes.
So Mampinja and Babes Wodumo are South African Gqom artists. Gqom is a music genre here in South Africa, and they were involved in an altercation. And I don't know if you were listening into the news today, but basically what happened was Babes was seen as swearing at Mampinja, you know, sort of like trying to bring him to the camera. And that's just me and my understanding of how I saw the video. And then Mampinja comes back and slaps her. So that is pretty much the video that we're discussing or we're referring to here in studio.
Yeah.
So you can continue, Sia.
Okay, but we're not reducing it only to the video. So
No.
maybe let's not talk about this in
Yes.
reference to the video. But men do not like being second guessed, like T is saying, and
Yeah.
he's a man as well. They don't like being spoken down to. They don't like being undermined, and I guess that's why in the Bible the word refers to respect man.
Yeah.
Still also in Ephesians 5, I think 22, that a wife must respect their man.
Yes.
So maybe a lot of men are feeling disrespected. And you made a point there that sometimes you're communicating a thing, but your delivery, your approach, your manner in which you deliver what you're communicating plays a huge role to a man and how he's going to receive it and how he's going to be able to retaliate based on what you give him. So yes, abuse is really not one-sided, but when all is said and done, none of it can be justified.
Yes.
Now to get back or continue on
No, can I just quickly add something
yes.
here? I think, in essence, we all abusers. Most of us, we abusers. Some of us, we just don't know it. Because
Okay.
it can either be dominant or recessive.
Okay.
You understand? So, how are you going to talk to a person? There are those people who use words. Yo, if words can kill you, just die. You know? Something that will go straight to your heart, and especially when you're talking to a man, you need to remember these people. They are masculine. You don't know how he's going to reciprocate from what you say. You understand? Maybe we are we are abusers in different forms. Some of us, we abusers in different forms. Some will use their hands. Some will use words.
Yes.
Some will use spirituality. So it's not just
manipulation.
yes, some will manipulate you. So it's not just, let's not just reduce it to women and children. We are all of us, we're capable of abusing other people.
You're right. So, coming back to T's message under beliefs now. He's written, our society and beliefs has contributed towards abuse in the sense that men are not expected to show emotions. Now imagine if I grew up without a father, very poor family, and all those social challenges. I bottled up all these things, and our society has taught us that a woman is weak. That's why they stay at home and a man goes to work. Now, what do you do to something that's weak? All your emotions and frustrations that you have, you take them out on that person. Until our society starts fixing the basics like well-being of society, be it a social or economical challenge, we might see change. We also need to start focusing on growing boy children instead of teaching our girls to protect themselves. Again, we need to start finding preventative measures instead of waiting for something to happen, then only we react. Again, I am not saying what the guy did is correct. However, we need to start looking at the challenges that we have holistically so that we are able to deal with them head on. For instance, there's a video going viral of a lady who poisoned her husband and captured him while dying. All these are psychological challenges. Others are inheritances from our previous generation. We also need to get rid of customs and beliefs that brings nothing but more problems to our society. First time when Babes was beaten, maybe she wanted to speak, but because customs teaches that India ayibuzwa.
Indoda.
Or
I think it
indoda.
means indoda. Yeah, that means you don't ask a man. Umshado kuyabekezelwa. That means you hang in there in a marriage. More ladies will continue to be abused. And yes, he says he can go on.
and on.
Indeed, T, I do believe you can go on and on and on. Thank you so much for your shares,
Wow,
your
thanks, T.
opinions, and
Thank
your
you.
Is it DT or T?
T. It's
thanks.
Tebogo,
Oh,
actually.
Tebogo, like that was so interesting and profound. Again, I've got an article here that I just want to share with you. I won't read the whole thing because it's so long, but I just want the paragraph that caught my attention. And it says, the title is Men's Oppression and Relationships with Women. And this article was by Juliana Simon and Marine Priga Simon. So it says, men are oppressed, not just privileged in the society. They are not oppressed by women or by any particular group. They are oppressed by society as a whole. Through parents, other adults, institutions, peers, and the media. Men's oppression acts to keep men in particular roles. Those roles the society requires them to fill in order for it to function normally, in inverted commas. What men lose through their oppression is not access to resources, as do most other oppressed groups, but access to a whole range of human equalities and choices. So this was part of the article that I'm reading here, and indeed, like Julia, I can't even remember who mentioned it now, but yeah, society plays a big role in. I feel like society can tomorrow even decide what we're going to eat for breakfast. That's how influential it is, and we are so pressured as well. You know, it's as though there's this pressure that we have on our shoulders, and we just have to live with it. Like we just have to accept it, and it is okay. And it's not. It is not okay. You know, but yeah, I also agree with T as well that, you know, as women, we tend to say things or communicate in a manner that we know and we feel it is wrong. We know that feeling. You know when you're speaking to someone in a very rude manner. Yeah.
Well, it is very heated up here in studio. Not only do we have our own comments, but our listeners have their own comments, and they're pouring in, and we're so grateful. We're so happy. It's good to know that the conversation has started. Yes, it's not nice, it's not comfortable, it's not easy, but it's one that has to be spoken about. Yes, our hashtag Pastor Mike is talking to our men being our protectors versus them being our oppressors. So just simply hashtag Pastor Mike. Continue your sending your messages on 060-349-0781 right here on the Pamoja show with your ladies, Lerato Motisenyane, Julia Kumalo, and Siatemba Siakamela. Now, just to bring a bit of ease, ladies, I think we should play a game.
Yes, we should play a game. Like, let's loosen up a little bit.
This is so serious.
It is.
It's a serious topic.
It's a serious topic, and now I'm even trying to think. Everything that's just going in my mind is related to the topic, so the game shouldn't go there.
No,
please.
Maybe let's play.
Let's play a song.
Let's play a song to get us into the mood. I'm thinking kind of bongo man money. I think that's gonna just allow us to relax.
Julia's just gonna be in the mood right now. I can see her waist.
She's already Check us out on YouTube Live and see Julia move her waist to the song. Kind of bongo man morning. Go ahead.
I'm burning.
In the
Sorry,
morning.
Jules, I'm not cutting you. As soon as we come back, we're coming to your people. But after the game, it's just to bring.
Yeah, it's too hectic. It's too serious.
Volume.
That's in the morning.
In the morning. Oh!
Yes.
Bring it, ladies, bring it! Come on, Nana! You don't want to miss this one. Hey, Bo! Hey! Basangwazi kuchaiva mara pekalo. Wenza Yes.
Come on. Yeah, boo. Okay, I did the aircon. I'm burning.
Hey, come on, ma. Come on, ma. Ah, in the morning. Hey. Hey. Yes. I'm telling you, whoever you were having lunch with, Jules, you pumped her up now. Hayi nawe Chris siyabona man. Hayi siyabonga usenze saba international. Safika UK nathi sathola indlebe mani. All thanks to Larry. All thanks to Larry. We thank you, Larry. You put us on the map.
International, honey. When you fly with me, you fly international, okay?
We're flourishing in life.
Globetrotting, that's why.
Yeah! That is why she's a globetrotter. Oh! Woo! In the morning.
It's doing the things there. Hey, girlie, girl.
Let's splurge. Kind of what's bush, and I forgot my splurging stuff now.
No, just randomly. Yay, yay.
Everybody say, everybody.
That's what I saw, eh?
Yeah.
Just let it like do this.
Okay.
But on rhythm, like she's got her rhythm. I'll show you that video on Instagram.
You can find yours.
But it moves to the side.
Larry teaching us new dance moves. In the.
Come on.
In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning, yeah.
In the.
You know that song that just
in the morning. In the morning.
You do not want to miss
We
this
did
one.
that in the morning.
We found the parts.
We found the ball. Yes. So all along I thought it's in the morning.
No. In the morning.
In the morning.
We want this tongue.
We want this love. The French. The Benjamin.
And we're dancing like we have the.
Yeah.
We need to, because now we're international.
In case you haven't heard, we are international. We got our first international oh guys, stop it. I like it. Stop it.
Stop it, I like it.
We're not gonna stop, honey. We're gonna give you what you like.
Guys, today Chris made our day. Thank you so much for tuning into the Pamoja show right here on Dexterity Radio's No Limits, No Boundaries. So we're gonna take we come from an interesting topic.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we did the song, girl. We have to pop the dance. We did the song, but before the song, we were talking all things hashtag. But before we continue with that, we're gonna play our game.
Yes.
40 seconds to complete the second.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the rules are by now. No pausing. You have to complete the sentence. It has to make sense. And
Yeah.
there's no stopping, no
repeating.
You can't pick up after someone. You can't say that. You just
No
flow
one
with it.
word.
Yeah.
It has to make sense.
Yeah.
No pausing. Yeah.
So 40 seconds. Who's got the clock?
Oh, I forgot I'm the clock lady.
Come on, clock.
Bag lady.
Our clock is-
I'm gonna pop. I haven't popped in a while.
Okay. And your time starts.
Pop. I'm in the studio jamming to In the Morning.
I am so sweating because my waist is tired from dancing now.
This jam is the it thing. I don't want it to stop.
But unfortunately, I'm on the job.
So now,
Sorry.
oh, please,
That's so random, right? Oh my gosh, you put me on
I did not see that one. I did not see coming. You caught me off guard.
Thank you.
I'm
thank
not a
you.
fast thinker like that. Okay, let me reset and then start the clock, and it starts.
You can start, Jules.
Are you ready?
Yes.
You ready? Okay, your time starts now.
So as I drop off, I bump into this friend of mine.
And I haven't seen her in decades.
Yay! I am so excited, but guess what? I'm hungry.
And we're gonna grab something to eat.
But now the budget, people.
That's why we have friends. Call a friend.
I can't call him my friend because I'm late for studio and they're in studio already.
Okay, does that not count as repetition? I can't call my friend because
That's why we have friends. Okay, yeah, it's repetition.
Yeah, it is repetition.
Okay. I'm just gonna. Okay, I lost. Meaning can we just celebrate her for once?
Yes.
So we
The
show
second time she's winning, is she not?
we didn't celebrate her.
second
No,
time.
it's not the second time. Pizza said there's no winner.
ah,
People have it.
Okay.
Bye.
We'll stop celebrating you. Hi.
thank you, thank you.
I like that Julia mentioned earlier on that we are all abusers, so I shall not. I shall not be oppressed, Julia. I shall not.
But you almost did it. It means it's in you.
Now you're sounding like a dictator there.
Yes. Like, calm down.
Remember, some people it's dominant, some is recessive.
You are dominant
Well,
again.
now you are dominant.
Yes.
So now we are recessive. We're tired of being recessive.
We are tired. We are tired.
We are standing up. We know our rights.
Of course.
And we are bold. And we are courageous.
Yeah.
And we don't take nonsense, man.
You're saying not in my name.
No.
Not today, honey.
Not today, Satan.
Not today, Satan.
Damn you, Satan.
Jules, I believe you had a message you want to read.
Yes, I had messages.
What are our messages all about? In case
But
someone's
because of,
tuning in? They lost.
Okay.
Okay,
So
then
can I read
let's
mine as
please.
you're looking for yours?
Yeah, please.
So there's a video that was showing on social media about a girl beating up a man. And then the man retaliated.
Yes.
And then now the girl is like shocked. Like, why am I being beaten?
Why were you beating the man?
Exactly. Like, why were you beating the man if you were not expecting? Okay, I'm not saying she's expecting it, but I mean, he was. I wish I could show you this guy. I'll show you when we go off air. Like, it's so.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I want to see
So
it.
now, Kuhle says.
Hi, Gute.
And Kuhle and Menso, they share the same feelings.
Okay.
That abuse should not be gender based, because we now as women have our voices, and it's like, yeah, women are abused, and it's like, okay, men are also abused, but when a man goes to a police station and just goes and shares that I have been abused, it's taken as a joke. It's not taken seriously.
Yes.
Like when a woman would go to a police station and say, hey, I've been beaten up by my man. So Kuhle and Menso share the same sentiments that, abuse is really not gender based. Let's not gender base it, because everyone can be abused.
Yes.
Men abuse women and vice versa. So let us not gender base it, because it can go both ways.
Yes.
Because you find a woman who can verbally abuse a man, and then the next best thing for a man to do is to hit the woman. And then it's both abuse. It goes back to what Tebogo was saying.
Yes.
That
It's abuse in different forms.
It's in a different form.
It's physical versus emotional.
Yeah.
This other day I was asking Taming Masana. Taming Masana is an expert of almost everything. You can just Google his name. He's everywhere. So I was asking him that, how are we judged? Are we judged by the end results, or do we look at the events? Because of now, I'm going to use the story that's currently trending, the Babes and Mampincha story.
Yeah.
Because of now, Mampincha is the one hitting Babes. Are we going to judge Mampincha only and forget about everything?
We have already.
Yeah. And then he said, unfortunately, that's how it is.
That's
Even
how
at
it
court,
is.
Even at court, they're
That's
going
how
to
it
say,
is.
oh, but you killed her. Oh, but you hit her. Oh, but
the
it's
end
about
results.
the end result. You understand?
And,
So
and it seems like there's so much precedence over physical abuse versus emotional. And it's so sad that it's only the ones who are inflicted by the emotional abuse who understand the fatality that comes with it, and the scars and the scarring, the mental scarring. I mean, emotional abuse really does something to you emotionally. There are certain ways that you carry yourself merely because of abuse, and that's something that's in the mind. Physical abuse you can heal. We can put rub, mercuricum, all these medicines,
that's what I
and
was
you're gonna
saying.
heal. Yes, you're gonna have some scars. I'm
It
not.
sounds wrong.
It sounds
It
wrong.
sounds wrong, but
Yeah.
that's the
But
truth.
somehow, society has just seen physical abuse as the be all, and forgotten about mental and emotional and financial and spiritual, all these other abuses which stay with you in your mind and in your heart and in your spirit and in your system. But yes, I also do have a message here from Pito. Hey Pito.
Hey, Peter.
Peter's such a loyal listener. Eh?
Like, would it be a show without him sending a shout out?
Hi, Pito.
Constituency.
So Beto says that 9 out of 10 victims of attempted or committed rape in the United States are women. And his own version is, I would say, oppression roots down or stems from domestic disintegration through the ages.
Wow.
So
What
yeah.
does that even mean?
So that means, well, to disintegrate, or the definition of disintegrate is, it's a verb. It's to break or decompose into constituent elements, parts or small particles. So yeah. So it's been a breaking that's been happening throughout the ages,
Yeah.
domestically. So yeah, a lot of the people share the same sentiments as you, Pito, the Moiponis.
Yeah.
I think T also touched on it.
Guys, there's another question. Yeah? It says, why, when it's clear to us and the world that the relationship is toxic, do we stay just for validation, or we make it a transactional thing, or we suffer from abantu bazosithini syndrome, meaning you are more afraid of what people are going to say, you are afraid of judgments of people, hence why you cannot move. Why do we stay? Why do we continue staying?
Oh, that's an interesting question, hey, because I then also share the same sentiments with regards to that. Like, if you know that you are unable to control your temper, or if you know that you are unable to control yourself in terms of what comes out of your mouth, so we first, okay, I'll start by saying first comes verbal abuse, then comes physical abuse, right? And then so when the physical abuse comes, why are you not leaving? Both sides. As a man, you see that you have hit a woman. Why are you staying in this relationship? Because it pushed you to something that you are not used to. Because like my picture mentioned that, you know what, babes can't control her alcohol and whatnot. So it's like, okay, when you see this person, you see the behavioral traits. Why aren't you leaving her?
Exactly.
If you're seeing that, okay, this person is verbally abusive or whatever the case is, why aren't you leaving? Same question also would be posed to babes. Why are you standing for the abuse? You know? But yeah, they have their own reasons of why they're staying. So yeah.
We wait until it's too late, but then again, it is said that it's a psychological issue. But then again, I feel abuse can be avoided.
Yeah, it can.
Some people, they are willing to find help. Some are just not. Why are you making it your baggage?
Yes,
All because of you say you love this person, so now you must
why
turn
is it
into
your burden? Yeah.
Yes, because eventually if you stay with this person, you're going to learn abuse. Even if you didn't know it, even if it's not you, you're going to learn it from this person, and at the end of the day, you're going to retaliate in a very bad manner to understand that you'll be in jail or you'll be dead. So, Halima here. Hi, Halima.
Hi, Halima.
She says, some are so emotionally abused that they can't even stand or believe in themselves. And they've been so brainwashed that if they leave, they can't make it by themselves. Some grew up being abused, so they attract abusers because it's normal to them. They don't know otherwise, I think. Some believe if they stay, he will end up changing, and believes that he beats her because that's how he expresses his love for her. Abused women end up making excuses for their abusers.
Mm. So it's so sad because, sorry, Jules, I'm listening to you now, and it's coming back to me that this misconception of what is protection or what protection is, and it being associated with, okay, the security in the house, if a beggar God comes in, now I'm going to stand up as a man. But where are you as a man to protect your woman based on what you're saying to her, how you're building her up, and how you're allowing and making sure that her confidence is built through what you're saying to her? How you are the one who is helping her see that, listen, my lady, these people are taking advantage of you here and here and here. Where are our men to protect our children in terms of what are you watching? What are you putting in? What is social media? How are you protecting? How are you safeguarding those channels? How are you making sure as a man that you are not being too hard and too harsh, all in the name of being a protector, all in the name of being a disciplinarian, all in the name of being the head in the family, all in the name of power? Where do you break the line? Where's the margin?
So it's sort of like you're using your power in the wrong way.
Yes.
Because the power is that you have to be powerful to protect. However, you are using that same power to oppress.
Yeah.
Wow.
But then again, I would ask, are you, as that woman or whoever who needs protection from the other one, are you protectable? Number one. I did say that most of us are abusers and we just don't know it. Number one, are you protectable? Earlier, Larry, you said you spoke about a person knowing themselves. Do you know yourself as a woman prior to entering into this relationship?
Yeah, no, it goes both ways.
Yes, because some people are in relationships, they're looking for validation. You understand? So you find yourself in this toxic relationship, but because of you're looking for a certain thing, you remain. You can't move. That's what Mampincha said. I'm sorry, we're going to continue going on Mampincha and Babe Sotumu because of their public figures, and this thing is everywhere. Yeah. So I think it makes sense if we use them as our examples. Mampincha said, I made babes. She is what she is. That already, when somebody tells you that already is abuse. That on its own is abusive. Don't wait for that person to hit you because of it. It clearly says
a confinement.
Yes.
You are where you are because I have built these structures and
yes,
and
yes.
your success and your flourishing because of me and will continue to me. So not only are you indebted to me, but I own you.
Yes.
As soon as you walk out
Ownership.
of this place, you walk out of here, you're no longer going to be babe.
No.
You're no longer going to be generating the hits. You're no longer going to be that person.
And also, remember earlier we spoke about masculinity.
Yeah.
If not taken care of, it can be toxic. It comes with aggression.
Yes.
So if it has aggression, meaning that person wants to oppress you. So because of I made you, you will be nothing without me.
And there's a huge sense of insecurity.
Yes.
A lot of men are insecure because the females now, they're dominating, they're powerful, they have positions in the corporate space, in the business space. Women have voices, they are confident, they're bold. They're fetching their life, they're focused, and I mean, we're more intuitive because of our build, our natural, our internal, our maternal, our instinct that's built within us. So I think men are really, really insecure, and the insecurities are coming out in funny ways. And of course, we do put a disclaimer: it's not all men.
Yes. It's not. It's not all of them.
It's not all women who talk. Yo, the conversation is so hot.
is hot. Heated.
I think some of our segments might
does not allow. Yes.
Cut out for the show because it's getting so hot.
That's true.
Larry's forgetting that she owns the trip. Like, I'm so excited. I want to fly to wherever we're flying to. She's already promised us that the destination we're globetrotting to this week is not far from home. So yeah, guess away. And if you guess right, who knows where we'll be trotting to. Larry, are you ready to take us away?
I am ready. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wamkelekile eMzansi Afrika.
That is so tricky. But I got it right. Remember what I said?
You did.
Local is like
So the ladies are excited today because yes, we are in the motherland, and I just want to correct this because the motherland is actually Africa. It's not South Africa.
Yeah.
So yes.
So we are aware there's too many controversial stories and
You know what? We are bringing you to the land.
It's like the stories are fighting over each other.
Yes, like the story of
I
the
wanna be
story.
there.
There's people resurrecting. There's a lot. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have just landed at O.R. Tambo International Airport in Johannesburg City, the busiest city in the country. The country is located in the southern parts of the continent and stretching along the South Atlantic and Indian Ocean. The neighboring countries to the north are Namibia, Botswana, and Zimbabwe, and then to the east or northeast are Mozambique, Eswatini, also known as Swaziland, and it surrounds the enclaved country of Lesotho. I mean, where can you find a country within a country?
Within a
Within a country.
South Africa is hosting.
South Africa is that thing.
Yes. So, did you guys know that South Africa has 3 capital cities?
What?
Did you know that? I
Huh?
bet you
Africa,
didn't know.
no.
Oh, so you're trying to embarrass us?
Yes, no, I did.
You did.
I did. Wouldn't it be Cape Town, Johannesburg, and Durban?
No. Durban, wow. That's a bit biased.
Is it?
Only because she's coming from Durban, that's why she's saying Durban.
Yeah.
Lawyer.
I must say, I also didn't know this myself until a conversation I had with Darlington, I think last year.
Yeah.
And he actually told me about them, and I'm like, what? I don't know this. So when I came across this, I was like, of course, I know this now.
I like some of us who are
Like
learning
some of
about our
y'all.
country right now for the first time.
So the 3 capital cities are Pretoria, Bloemfontein, and Cape Town. You can imagine my shock. I was
Okay,
like,
so I got
Bloemfontein?
one right.
Yes, you got
We
one
understand
right.
the one. We
So
can
Pretoria-
we the other one.
So Pretoria is an executive city.
Mm.
Bloemfontein for its
Judicial.
city, and then Cape Town is legislative. So yes, those are the 3 capital cities of South Africa.
Learning in our own country.
Of course. So
you gotta love globetrotting.
I mean, so now let's get a bit into the history. You know, we can't go anywhere without actually knowing where we come from, right?
Yeah.
So up until 1994, South Africa was ruled by minority government, which enforced a separation of races with its policy called apartheid. The apartheid government eventually negotiated itself out of power out of decades of international isolation, armed opposition, and mass protests. The democratically elected leadership, Tata Nelson Mandela, encouraged reconciliation and set above redressing social imbalances. So now the country's president, who was elected on the 15th of February 2018, is President Cyril Ramaphosa.
Tumamina.
President. Tumamina.
Mr. Tumamina. Send me.
Send me. So there's a song by Hugh Masekela, and I'm sure you guys know about it.
His speech actually
Tumamina.
came from that.
Yes.
It was just after Hugh passed away.
Yes. So South Africa is the largest country in the southern Africa, and it is the 25th largest country in the world by land area, with over 57 million people. Okay, 57 million.
No wonder the stories are fighting with each other.
Yes.
Fighting with each other. And we are fighting.
There's just new story. Every minute there's a new story.
You know, and now it's gonna contradict my next sentence because it's like, So of that 7 million people, 78.9% population are Christians.
Wow.
So I wanted to say we're a praying nation, but
Are we?
not. But we are a praying nation. Like, let's not romance this darkness. We are a praying nation.
I didn't know that.
South Africa is a multi-ethnic society comprising of a wide variety of cultures, languages, as well as religion. We only have, and I'm saying only because, you know, with the past countries that we've profiled, it's like 300 and something, 200 and something. And No, here in South Africa, we only have 11 official languages and we speak all 11.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
We speak all and they are all official.
Official, wow.
Yeah.
11
So-
official languages.
No languages left out.
Yes. So there's another language that was actually left out of this, which is the Tsotsi Tao. It is a local language spoken by Mzansi and it is just slang all
the way.
So if you hear it,
So
yes.
So actually the Tsotsi Tal made it there.
No, Tsotsi Tao didn't make it. So I say that Tsotsi Tao did not make it to the list.
I'm saying it made it to the profile.
Of course.
Profiling of the country.
I mean-
Hence why you're so in love with the Tsotsis, man. Larry.
Now we know where it comes from.
We got international
So-
traction.
so-
Stop it, girl.
Tsotsis are international.
We are putting tortoise on the map. Let them know that our girls have been tortoise.
Girl, no, we don't.
Tsotsis are profiled in South Africa.
Do you want more water?
No, okay.
So Tsotsi Tao is like Persian English in Nigeria.
Okay.
You know, like my friend. So in studio, if you're wondering, like when we use bona and lalela, and you know, that's just like
Mugele.
Mugele.
Ne, akiri. It comes from there, yeah.
Yes, those are just the slang words that we use here in Mzansi, Africa. So you'll be interested to know that South Africa is in the top 10 richest countries in Africa, and it is sitting number 2 according to the GDP. So number 1 obviously is Nigeria. So we sitting 2. So we well there.
We got money.
And you know what the saying is, eh? More money, more problems. That's why we've got problems. We have a lot of money.
Where is it going, guys? Asking for a constant friend.
Aww.
Hey.
So South Africa has the second largest economy in Africa. Now, I'm sure you want to divulge and understand the culture of South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
So South Africa is known for its ethnic and cultural diversity. The South African majority still has a substantial number of rural inhabitants who lead largely impoverished lives. And in the urban South Africa usually speaks your English, Afrikaans, in addition to other native languages. So, you know, the Julias of this world, the urban ones, the modern ones, they use English, you know, with the Tsotsi Tao,
Yeah.
the actual official language, you know what I mean?
Namin. Namin.
So then there are smaller but still significant groups of speakers of Khoisan language, but it is not part of the 11 official languages. So we still have Khoisan speaking. Of all these various influences is essential for helping South Africa to understand and respect other and learn from each other's cultural practices. This is part of the healing that democracy has brought after the culture was used to divide South Africa in the past. Yeah. So, our food. We said we're not going to be entertaining much today, man. So just salivate in silence.
I feel like me.
Food, meaning dijo. Dijo.
Salivate. But you know, with the food, we go deeper on a Friday. So right now, I'm just going to give you a high-level overview of what the country's food is about because
The chisanyamas.
the chisanyama, the nyama chomas,
The nyama chomas.
Kenya, you know, the dombolos. So yes, we'll get into the detail of the food tomorrow. But today, I just want to give a quick high-level overview. Yes, overview of the cuisine of South Africa. And like we are commonly like the Kenyans love their nyama choma. South Africa heavily meat-based. Come on.
Come on now.
So for our social gatherings, we are known to braai now.
Yeah.
We are known to grill this meat.
I mean, the way we are so into meat and braaiing, our Heritage Day has become
A
hashtag
braai day, yes, because
June 16, braai.
we
Christmas, braai.
It's like we always want an excuse to just braai, ne?
Yeah.
Eat.
We're a carnivorous country.
Oh yes, we are. That we are. So the variation of this braai would comprise of boerewors and spicy sausages and millies, you know, and then porridge as our staple food for Black Africans. And then also there's Indian food like your bani chows,
girl.
your curries, your biryanis.
I love my Indian food.
Kota.
Woo, yes. And then obviously this will be an interesting fact that you need to know.
Okay.
The Portuguese community has made its mark with spicy peri-peri chicken being a favorite. The South African Portuguese themed restaurant chained Nando's now has a restaurant in the United Kingdom, in the United States, and Canada, like
Flourish.
flourish.
Integration. The
So
Portuguese.
as we're integrating, and before I divulge deeper, can we just take a breathanyana?
Smolanyana.
We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. So it's fine. I'll just go into our music. House, mpakanga, a cappella, soul and jazz, hip hop, Afro soul, Afro jazz,
Give it to us.
Afro rock. Listen, bubblegum, you name it.
Oh,
You gotta
We have it.
play it.
everything.
We have it, okay? And then I just want to ask you ladies a question. What would you advise someone coming outside of South Africa and coming into South Africa? As a South African, what do you think they can expect?
Friendliness, craziness, fun.
And you, Jules?
We don't sleep. Come here with your techies.
I said the same sentiments because in the opening sentence I said OR Tambo is an international airport and it is in Johannesburg, the busiest
It's
city.
busy, guys.
It is. We do not
don't
sleep.
sleep.
24 hours.
There's
We
a
don't
beautiful song. Ish, I must look for it. Oh, that speaks to that.
So yes, ladies. So stay tuned tomorrow to get the fashion, the music, more of the music, more of the food,
Can't wait.
and of course the tourism.
All right.
What
We have
what
it.
is
We
without
have
tourism?
it.
Without tourism, right? So yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you and thank you for allowing me to be your pilot for this flight.
Thank you. When you see them,
You must do your
It's God's
globetrotting
grace.
50. You must do your globetrotting 50 seconds before every.
Like it's God's grace. This one,
it's just here.
It's South Africa. It's home.
it's home. It was easier to do.
But
Yeah.
regardless, you killed it.
And I wanted to do this today, so I was like, yo, I South Africa.
Time. Whenever, because you started, it worked for you.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Okay, I'm going to switch it off because it's starting to.